Speaking of continuations and remake, you got two trailers. Uh, one of those, one of those trailers, is the new season of Doctor Who. Nkuti Gatwa is the doctor, as you know.
Inkuti.
Nkuti is the man dresses. This is probably the second brother I've seen on television or any other series. He dresses his ass off.
I love him.
Dresses his ass. He is PTSO 0.2.
I love him so much.
But we're gonna check out that. We're gonna check out that season 2 trailer right now. Let's see how this turns out.
I am the last of the Time Lords. I'm from a different planet. An evolved life form. And I have waited for the day of your arrival. I'm the doctor.
Doctor what?
Just the doctor.
All right then. I'm called the nurse.
Good team. You left Earth.
It's been 2 hours.
It was 6 months ago. This should get you back. It is bigger on the inside than the outside.
You need to get me home.
You don't need to rush, cause
This is a time machine.
boom. 1952. 51st century.
The 803rd Interstellar Song Contest!
Oh, we're so staying.
We're staying.
What year is this?
2007.
Can't you get this box of yours fixed?
Box?
Have you ever heard of the planet Earth?
Never heard of him.
My
07.
parents are back home. Are they safe?
I hope so. What?
Roll up!
Doctor, what are you doing?
I think we're being animated.
Oh.
I'm all flat. And this waistline is impossible.
Are we gonna get the musical one too?
I will not fail you. Everything is out of sync. Our entire reality is in danger. I promised that I would keep you safe.
But you can't promise.
I can. I will. I do.
As a Whovian myself,
Don't
It's
forget
the
to
Whovian.
to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
as
We
a
know,
Whovian, I'm ready.
All I can sit there and say is, Phil Collins, your library will be making bank. If it ain't between Paradise and Doctor Who, your library is covered.
Oh, Paradise is a book?
No, Paradise. No, the song Paradise. That's
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, ain't Phil a composer? Okay.
I thought you meant the Paradise soundtrack. I was like, what I miss?
Right, that's
No,
what I
no.
was. Okay.
no.
Okay.
This like as you
bad.
listen to the show Paradise, the song they keep playing, kind of hear it in the background. It's a Phil Collins song.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we were on the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Phil Collins is like the voice of the '80s.
Phil,
I mean,
yeah.
between that and Miami Vice, if you remember Miami Vice, that's the first thing. This will tell you your age.
You're ready. Yeah. Anytime you're ready.
If you know that one song from Miami Vice, that tells your age.
It was the entire Tarzan soundtrack for us.
Yeah. Man, it
They
won't
got
go anywhere.
So have they done more space? I feel like the Doctor I've always seen has been like Earth grounded stories. Have they done these crazy?
They've
done many.
They've always done crazy, but this is the first time they went animated.
Okay, it's giving like the episode of
they're giving this is the first time they've done it animated. This is their first Black Doctor. This is his season. This is his season 2. This show has been running. It's going on 55
years.
Yeah,
almost 6 years.
So it's like
years.
It had one female doctor, which was
The previous one.
Not really the previous one because that was David Tennant who came back.
Technically, the before Tennant. My bad. I forgot Tennant had a second run. I forgot.
Yeah. So, but prior to that one, yes, it was a girl. It was like so. A lot of firsts for the Doctor Who. They are not afraid to involve everything.
Yep.
Right.
The politics of it all, the sexism of it all, racism, they touch it.
They covered a lot.
They and they're not afraid of it. When people were just like, oh, the people that were mad that when it was a woman, nobody was mad except for the incels.
Yep.
Incels.
It's a whole different group of motherfuckers.
And it wasn't even overseas. It was here in the States. I said, you some bitches don't get it.
Y'all got mad at a woman being doctor, not realizing that River Song was a doctor for a brief period. And it's like that lets me know that
and his wife, yeah, and was the wife, and that was to this day still one of the most confusing yet romantic couples on that show because they would always meet up at different points, but it was never the right point.
Yeah.
So
that's what I love about Doctor, that they have so many. You have so many knots in time, but yet they all work together.
And like here's the really cool thing about Doctor Who. David Tennant, he was the 10th Doctor, one of my favorites. He was the 10th and the 14th, I want to say.
Yeah, 14.
10 and 14. Yeah. But he was a fan of Doctor Who. You know, overseas they're huge. Like a show's been around almost 60 years. It's almost impossible not to see. And he's a huge fan. And his favorite Doctor was, I think it was 3.
Mm-hmm.
One of the series that he did as he was number 10, there's an episode called The Doctor's Daughter, and they somehow his hand got cut off like in the couple previous episodes, but they managed to clone a girl from that DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And that was typically her name was Jenny. Jenny has gone off into the world and they never revisited. But it turns out Jenny, the woman who plays Jenny, is the daughter in real life of the 3rd Doctor, and he's married to her in real life.
Oh wow! What?
So the Doctor he was a fan of is actually now his father-in-law.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it was just a really cool twist on things. I'm like, oh wow, that's wild.
The trailer kind of reminds me of what was it, Hippolyta's episode in Lovecraft when she was getting yanked through all through space and time.
Yeah. You get sucked in. You sit down and watch an episode of Doctor Who, and it'll be so much going on that you have no choice but to say, I need to know what else happened.
Yep.
Right.
What prior to this, because no one said you don't have to sit there and watch a long 60-year history of it, but everybody has their favorite Doctor. And I think Tennant played it the longest. He played it the longest. Prior to him being 14, he played it the longest. I think it was because they normally last like maybe 2 seasons, and over the UK, their seasons are like really short, like 6-8 episodes, but they're long episodes.
Yeah,
so
they're just kind of who was it? Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock. It was like 6 episodes, but they were like 2 hours apiece.
Yeah.
BBC episodes always run shorter seasons, but they're longer episodes. Like, for example, Luther, if you ever watch him, Luther's only got 5 episodes, but those 5 episodes are like an hour and 45 minutes long.
Damn, it was compelling. Yes, you're right, Bama. It was the 5th Doctor. I couldn't remember if it was the 3rd or 5th, but yeah, he was the 5th Doctor. He had a celery stalk in his pocket. Don't ask, show Paul. They all have a different. They all have they have a different style. Every last one of them have a different style because the mythos of the Doctor is he's one of the last of his kind.
Yep.
2, they have 2 hearts, and they can only regenerate like up to 10 times.
The hell?
But so like if they have to take like on a very mortal injury, like you can shoot them and they be fine because they still got another heart. But if they take on like radiation poisoning or something major, their body has to regenerate, and that's how they get into another actor. And the reason why they did that is their very first doctor, he was a really old guy. He's a really old actor, and they were trying to figure out how to keep the series going, and because he was, getting senile and everything else, so they were trying to figure out how to keep the series going, and that's how they did it. So they just came up with the regeneration thing.
I'm just glad Nkuti's getting a bag.
I actually do own a sonic screwdriver. I do.
I'm not gonna lie. I still want to build a TARDIS. I still want to build a TARDIS as just having it in my future man cave. I'm not gonna lie.
We never had the Doctor. We just had all the parodies and all the cartoons growing up.
Actually, know a guy.
I don't think I watched not one of those. Nothing.
Did you ever watch Kids Next Door?
Oh yes, of course.
Dr. Time, Space, and the Continuum is what they were making fun of.
Oh really?
When the nerds kept kidnapping people and forcing them to watch that show, I didn't realize till like the last Doctor Who that we watched that. Oh, that's what they were referencing.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Hey, again, I want to watch it.
Yeah,
I showed Bill and Ted to Chad the other day. He's like, "What?" I said, "Look, first off, it was the '80s, late '80s, early '90s." And George Carlin had a field day in today's world. But understand, yes, time travel is possible. Yes, they gave the clearest example of how time travel should be used. And yes, the fact that you literally have to dial into a phone book explains that you are going forward and backwards in time. No offense to Back to the Future, I still love that movie, but Bill and Ted Explain Time Travel so much easier.
The only difference is now, quick for those who don't know. The reason why it looks like an old police box is because his chameleon circuit is stuck, because it's supposed to show whatever time he shows up in, his ship is supposed to take on the attributes of whatever that time period is. So whatever form of transportation or whatever it is supposed to take that on. Well, his chameleon circuit got stuck. He just chose not to fix it.
Oh.
Pretty much.
So when he showed up in Britain at a certain time, it looked like an old-timey police box, and he liked the way it looked, and he kept it that way. So the old-timey-wimey. So when you see movies like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and they're crammed inside of a telephone booth, and I laugh out loud because it was like, yeah, you couldn't do everything. You had to pay homage somewhere, but you couldn't do the whole thing. So,
but you couldn't do a police box, just enough not to involve the lawyers.
Yes. So it's definitely a series worth checking out, and it's fun. Everybody has their favorite actor. You'd be surprised how many famous actors have been on that show. Andrew Garfield was in one episode. Like a lot. Yeah, he was in an episode. There are a lot of famous actors that pop up in there, and they're all British actors. That's the thing. There a lot of famous British actors show up in this show.
The crazy part is, like you said, almost every known British actor you can point out on a Doctor Who episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy part. Even Idris Elba. Idris Elba was in a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah.
The guy from Supercell was starring in it.
Yeah. So once you watch and you be like, oh wow, I didn't know. They just pop up. You be like, oh, I didn't know.
Yep.
So